time is moving. Once that time starts moving, that's when I'm going to start talking. And can I wait 2 or 3 seconds into that time to start before I start talking? Yeah, because I can edit that out, right? So right now it is recording, so I'm going to take a deep breath. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Lang, and I go to Gull Lake High School. And actually, I'm a teacher at Gull Lake High School. And not only do I go, but I teach there. And my students and I, in Introduction to Computer Science, have been learning a little bit about Python programming. Let me show you around a little bit of what we've been learning. So first of all, we started this print function. Well, you may be asking yourself, what is a print function? A print function is used in a print line of text. You can add characters, even spaces on a screen. Strings. Usually prints are really using strings. A string is a sequence of characters enclosed in either single quotes, you can see my quote there inside that parenthesis, or a double quote. Strings are used to represent text, characters, and spaces. We learned a little bit about these escape keys, and I'm going to explain those as I show you in my code. But for example, when we started actually coding, because these were in a multi-line comment, this doesn't get run in the interpreter when we actually run it. All right, but let's talk about this line right here. We use the print function here, and in quotes, which are inside parentheses, we said hello world. And then we have this backward /in that we learn about. And that gave us a new line. And you're going to see that here in a second. We also then did another print function where you're going to see our escape key in for a new line. Hey, this is Tuesday. And you can see us playing around with these escape keys in here. Another one here showing us that we are printing a tab just for examples. And then we printed a little sentence here, if you will, to quote. I like turtles all the live long day. All right. And so let's go ahead and see what this looks like when I run it in the interpreter. And this is what it's going to run. Hello world. You can see it added a couple spaces here. It is Tuesday. It took that print line and broke it up a little bit. So I've got it is, and then I added a line to it, which brought that down to another line, and then Tuesday. Kind of cool. I tabbed it over, so I used the escape key tab that I learned about, and it tabbed it over. And then I said, hey, I like turtles, and I was just playing around with some of these about quotes and stuff like that, so I'm not going to get into all that, but it printed what I want it to print. And you may see this, for example, if you are playing a video game, and on the home screen it says, welcome to the coolest game ever. That's going to be inside of a print function, which is going to use a string. So very cool. I'm now going to go ahead and go back to my dashboard because I am going to talk a little bit about the declaring variables here. So I'm going to open that up, and it may take a little bit, so I'm going to pause my video. Whoa, that came up pretty quick. But if it didn't come up quick and you're sitting there, what can I do? Pause that, right? And then unpause it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about declaring a variable. Well, you may ask yourself, well, what is a variable? Great question. A variable in Python has a name that stores something of value. It's like a container that holds data, which you can use throughout your program. Declaring a variable involves specifying its data type and name and optionally assigning it an initial value to make it available for use in a program. For example, this is a variable that we named, or that we declared, and we declared it by giving it a name, and the name of this variable is, everybody? Name. Its value, Mr. Lang. First name is a variable, and we named it, and we gave it some value. And last name. We just learned a little bit about different styles that you could declare variables and stuff like that. So I'm going to pause.